After the success of 39 Clues and Infinity Ring, Scholastic has started a new series called Spirit Animals. So far, 3 books are available and there are 7 books planned to be in the series. The authors so far are Brandon Mull, Maggie Stiefvater, and Garth Nix and Sean Williams. The series takes place in Eridus, where you may be able, if you are lucky, you may be able to form a powerful bond called a spirit animal when you drink a powerful substance called the nectar. 4 children, when it comes up to their time to drink the nectar, they summon 4 animals called the Great Beasts, also known as the 4 Fallen. When an evil animal called the Devourer arose, the 4 Fallen conquered him and destroyed him. The names of the 4 Fallen are Brigand, Uraza, G, and Essex, and the 4 children that summon them are Connor, Abeka, Milan, and Roland. These 4 children's mission is to assemble these talismans and conquer the evil Devourer and his army of conquerors. I would recommend Spirit Animals for ages 8 to 12 and for those who like animals. Five Kingdoms is a series by Brandon Mull. There are going to be 5 books in the series and one of them is available. That one is called Sky Raiders. The second one is going to be coming out this fall and is called The Rogue Knight. When Cole and his friends go to a haunted house, they are taken by slave traders from another world, and Cole is taken to a people called the Sky Raiders, who steal treasure from the sky castles. With the Sky Raiders, Cole meets a girl named Myra, and he leaves with Myra to try and defeat her evil enemy, the High King. This book is a little bit long, it's about 420 pages, and it is a little bit complex, but I would recommend it for about ages 8 to 12 and for ambitious readers and for those who enjoy fantasy adventure. Watercolor is My World, The Lost History of African American Inventors is a new book by Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Raymond Opsfield. This book is a non-fiction reference that uses a storyline to connect readers to some important inventors in Black history. One of the people I've read about was Dr. Valerie Thomas, who invented the illusion transmitter. Valerie Thomas created a way for the audience to see 2 movie images which were shot 2.5 inches apart. The audience would wear red and green glasses. Did you know that in the 1950s, most of the 3D movies were horror films? Another interesting inventor was George Crumb, who invented potato chips. Did you know that potato chips use 10% of the U.S. potato chip crop? Worldwide, people spend $16.4 billion on potato chips every year. Daniel Hale Williams invented open heart surgery, and Dr. Charles Drew created the first blood bank. Did you know that every 2 seconds, somebody in America needs blood? I like the way this book introduces you to Black scientists and innovators. I also enjoyed the illustrations and learned a lot about inventions and unknown people in history. I received an advance copy of Loot by Jude Watson. This suspense story will be out in June, and Scholastic asked me to review it. Loot is about a boy named March McQuinn and what happens when his father dies, trying to commit a jewel heist. March discovers he has a twin sister and is taken to an orphanage. He and his sister escape from the orphanage and they discover that there is a prophecy that they are going to die soon. They must assemble these gems called moonstones in order to survive. I enjoy the writing style, the fast pacing, and the storyline. I would recommend this book for readers in grades 4 through 8 who enjoy mystery and suspense. The ending in this book leaves it open for a sequel, and I hope Scholastic makes it into a series. Author Spotlight, Roald Dahl. One of the most famous authors for children is Roald Dahl. British author Roald Dahl was born in 1916 and died in 1990. An interesting fact is that he was named after the famous explorer Roald Amundsen, who was the first to reach the South Pole. Roald Dahl is famous for crazy adventures such as Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Matilda, James and the Giant Peach, and short stories such as The Sound Machine. One of his most famous stories is the BFG, which stands for the Big Friendly Giant. This is about a little girl named Sophie who meets a big friendly giant, and this giant captures dreams. Together, Sophie and the BFG must defeat all the mean giants. Another of Roald Dahl's famous books is Danny, the Champion of the World. This is a quirky tale about a boy and his father who poach pheasants from a vicious businessman, and they attract the birds with raisins. I love the father-son relationship in this book and the way Dahl tells the story. Many of his books have been adapted into movies, including Matilda, James and the Giant Peach, and Fantastic Mr. Fox. Roald Dahl entertains millions of children even today with his books such as The Witches, The Twits, and The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar. One of the ways to find the books and movies that I've just reviewed for you is by visiting your local library. Thank you for watching. Thank you.
We're happy with this.
Thank you.
Say it.
When you have a if you're gonna have a 2.5 hour movie, do something with it. The film was released to theaters on March 21st, 2014 by PureFlix Entertainment. I forgot what I was going to say. An interesting fact about this movie is that it was actually performed live in this movie. I'm just a robot. And Kelly Riley as Colton's mom is also very convincing. I know.
Amazing.
It's amazing! Venus Gister 5 Kingdoms is a new series by Brandon Dahl about featuring, there are going to be 5 books in the series. One of them is available. Okay, I'm going to start over. The 2 titles are
One's available with 2 titles.
Many of his books have been adapted into movies, including Matilda, James and the Giant Fox. James and the Giant Fox. Many of his books have been adapted into movies, including Matilda, James and the Giant. Many of his books have been adapted into movies, including Matilda, James and the Giant Peach. Many of his books have been adapted into movies, including Matilda, James and the Giant Peach, and Fantastic Mr. Fox.